Okay, so everyone likes word puzzles. So let's start today's video off with one. I have a very fun word puzzle for you. I want you to think of the flower tulip and how it's spelled. Now take the word and swap the position of the L and P. Next, replace the L with a D. Okay, so if you haven't caught on yet, I want you to add an S in front of the word. That's fucking you, bitch. You're a fucking dumbass if you fell for it. Today's video topic is gonna be about your people. Your kind of people. Okay, so I didn't just spend the first 30 seconds of the video making fun of you out of hatred. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's because I'm a little jealous. I'm a jealous little shit, okay? I'll be the first to admit it. I envy dumb people. Mostly because they're always happy.
What the fuck you happy about?
As the saying goes, ignorance is bliss. If your head is empty, there's nothing to worry about. Oh, what's that? Your bills aren't paid, your rent is piling up. Fear not. Just take a picture of Beetlejuice book, okay? If 1 plus 1 equals to 43, that's literally infinite money glitch. If you're fucking dumb, the laws of the universe simply don't apply to you. You're like a fucking irregular in Tower of God. Okay, let me break this down in gaming terms for all of you gamers to understand. Dumb people are literally the definition of putting all your points into one stat. I mean, it might not work in MMORPGs, but it sure does wonders in real life. I mean, just think about it. If you don't allocate any of your points inside of intellect, you have plenty of points to spare in other areas. Why have balanced stats and be a boring, average looking Joe that get no bitches when you can be an exception? 1 out of 1 PSA 10 graded version of yourself that excels in your area of expertise. You could put all your stats into strength, become the Berserker class build, and maybe go win a UFC title. Actually scratch that. It may be impossible to be a UFC champion without intellect. I mean, just look at Michael Chandler. Or maybe, trying your luck in the Power Slap League would be better since it takes a deficit of vitamin IQ to risk brain damage and having your face disfigured by getting slapped by some 500-pound fucking Nevertheless, the Berserker build clearly works. HRS is an actual thing, just look it up. It's real. Don't let the government lie to you. Or, if the Berserker build isn't suitable to your playstyle, you could always put all your intellect stats into charm. Become a famous TikToker, an online personality, the modern day court jester that brings smiles and laughter to everyone. The only downside being that no one laughs with you. They all actually laugh at you. On the bright side, if you have zero intellect, you wouldn't notice that they are laughing at your expense. You can just be rich as fuck and have all the validation you ever need in any field of endeavor you wish to step foot in. Whether it be selling poisonous drinks to kids, or making them spend the entirety of their parents' credit card into your new crypto game. I mean, who cares about them? Money is fake, okay? Okay, so if you're still not convinced that dumb people are happier and they're clearly the superior race, I'll just have to list off some of the most successful dumb people I can think of to convince you. Number 1. Ice JJ Fish. Okay, so by hearing this dude's music, you would think he's trolling.
It's something about the girl.
Cause it literally sounds like the undamned souls trying to escape the gates of hell. Everyone makes fun of his music and no one likes it unironically. But look, he has millions of streams. He has a song with Tyler the Creator. Bitch, I'll queue for a song with Tyler. On top of that, he's actually happy in life. Because of his lack of IQ, he does not actually understand that his music is bad, and actually believe in his heart of hearts that it is the greatest thing to ever grace the human ear. Ice JJ Fish as of 2023 is happily married, a devoted Christian, cruising around as an Uber driver as his part-time job, and a retired rapper living off of the money from the streams from his old hits. And sure, he still releases music every now and then, and don't seem to get as much views as before. But at least he's happy. Now are you happy? I know happiness cannot be quantified, but this dude is clearly 10 times happier than I am. Okay, so the next guy I'm going to be talking about is Flight Reacts. Flight is notoriously known as someone who's not really that smart.
So, is a wombat a combination of a bat and a pig or what?
There's compilation videos of Flight Reacts' dumbest moments, and there's videos on the internet with hours of runtime analysing his stupidity and questioning whether he's playing a character. To that, I'll just let Flight speak for himself.
How are you gonna sit up here and say is Flight Reacts playing a character when you just stated that YouTubers, you know what I'm saying, or anybody that makes YouTube videos or whatever, plays an exaggeration character of themselves. Because the reason why I keep saying that part is because a lot of people will be saying things like, oh, Flight's different in person, this and that. Bro, of course I'm gonna be chill. Of course I'm not gonna be motherfucking hyper, or I'm not gonna be flapping my tongue everywhere if something's not funny. You think I'm just gonna be walking out of a store and flapping my tongue everywhere, doing a dolphin lap randomly if something's not funny? You know what I'm saying? Like, get some IQ in your head, go chase you a bag. You know what I'm saying? It's getting sad.
So, how are you guys worried about whether he's playing a character when the only thing that's getting played is you, the audience? All of it is an act. Even if it isn't, he still has your engagement on the chokehold. He says a blatantly stupid statement, makes you question whether he means it or not. You continue watching. 3 hours later, you've entered the fucking rabbit hole, and blam, he turns your engagement into revenue.
Since all of you are fucking weeps, let's use our anime as an example.
In Death Note, L and Light are able to engage in mental warfare because of how alike they think. It's a classic case of what would I do if I was in his shoes. But think about it, if Light has 0 IQ, there'll be nothing to read, his head will be empty, and L will not catch his ass in a fucking million years. Smart people tend to overthink shit. If Light Yagami was slightly dumber, he wouldn't have picked up the Death Note to begin with. Anyways, as I digress. Ignorance is bliss. Smart people with more knowledge than the average Joe will look down on themselves, considering themselves dumb,
as they are able to realize that there are people way smarter than them in a realm that they could never reach.
while the dumb people will usually have more confidence in themselves and think that they are geniuses that no one understands. At least that is what I got from the Dunning-Kruger effect. Now, the Dunning-Kruger effect states that all knowledge are broken down into 4 categories: known knowns, known unknowns, unknown knowns, and unknown unknowns. Dumb people are usually hyper aware of the things that they know and are completely oblivious to their unknown unknowns. An example of this is that when I was a child, I felt like I was the best in the world at fucking math because I knew the timetables well, and I had my basic addition and subtraction down to the fucking T.
I mean, a part of it is also because the kids in my elementary school were dumb as shit. Anyways, as I digress.
But as I grew older, I learned that math is not just about adding this number to another number and then multiplying it and then subtracting it and then fucking flipping it around. Anyways, as I grew older, I started discovering algebra, geometry, calculus, and Laplace transform. This eventually made me realize that I'm a fucking dumbass. Knowledge of any subject matter is like climbing a mountain, reaching what you thought was the peak of the mountain, just to find another mountain to climb. And I also learned that math is the devil incarnate. It's fucking evil. Burn it. Anyways, let's get right back on point. What I'm trying to get at is that the Dunning-Kruger effect can be applied to everything and almost anything in life. People ignorant to a particular topic but think that they are hot shit will often go on Twitter and argue online with professionals of the particular topic. These professionals will then suffer in the hands of the dumb people. Actually not hands, more like fingers, Twitter fingers to be exact. So tell me, in this scenario, who is more happy, who is winning? Is it the ignorant masses that think that they are correcting a professional at the subject matter that they are good in? Or is it the professional that knows that they are objectively correct and is just dealing with this shit, dealing with the mindless criticism and scrutiny that they have to fucking deal with? Okay, I think I've ranted on long enough. That's it for today's video. Just take it as you will. Don't fucking listen to me. I'm just a fucking no face on the internet.